Hey guys, welcome to Life Theory.
Today we're going to be talking about AI. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it neither? How should we use it? All that good stuff.
Wait a minute, you're not the regular host.
I was.
Roll intro. Alright guys, welcome back. As you can tell, it's mostly a normal podcast, but we got a different guy in. If any of you guys have watched the Odd Unicorn podcast and you watched the last season, you'll recognize him. This is my roommate Jonathan. In fact, I was hoping we were talking about doing a episode and having you on as a guest.
And look at that, I ended up being a co-host.
You got upgraded.
I did. I didn't even expect it.
Yeah, just sprung it on him.
Yeah. Well, actually, our guest is Maggie.
Yeah. Well, and as you guys know, Ruth and Andrew, they are currently in Madison, and we have a video ready for you. Here is Andrew with an update of what's going on.
Hi, everyone. For those of you who are not new, I just wanted to give a little update. You're probably kind of curious why we had the compilations and Silas is just by himself in the last one. So me and Ruth are actually down in Madison right now because our baby had to come via an emergency C-section, and so she's down here in the NICU right now. So we're just waiting. Things are looking really good now. She's went through a little surgery, and but her body's been healing up very well, and it's looking like she'll be able to get out soon. So not this next episode, maybe not even the next one after that, but soon I'll be back, and we'll be back with our regular episodes with me and Silas. But I hope you stick around and enjoy the episodes while I'm away.
All right. That wasn't very impactful for us because we didn't see it yet.
I didn't see it at all.
No.
I'm going to have to watch it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. But we're talking about AI.
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah. I mean, it's like everyone's talking about it. It seems every tech company now has AI this, AI that.
If you go on any app, anything on your computer,
any website,
you'll see a little AI with a lightning bolt and anything.
It's like, oh my goodness, get that glitter out,
Yeah.
The glitter, the sparkles. Oh wait, hold up. We need to convince them it's daytime.
It's
Forgot
definitely
about that.
like...
Yep.
He just did that, guys. I don't know if you saw that. He just, the sun just rose.
Yeah, that was God. God just gave us some sunlight right now for the podcast.
Yeah, nothing artificial about this at all.
Yes. And much like this light, some intelligence can be artificial.
Yes. And hopefully ours is not.
Exactly. So, okay, the first question we gotta ask, because so many people call everything that is AI and isn't AI, AI.
Yeah.
So what is AI actually?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. Wikipedia says, and I'm definitely not reading this, artificial intelligence is the capability of computational systems to perform tasks typically associated with human intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, problem solving, perception, and decision making. Just had that memorized.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold up. So sorry to cut you off.
Yes.
I didn't tell them what we're drinking today.
Oh.
Today, we went super simple. As most of you know, Andrew is usually the drink maker. I'm not. So we went with the Arnold Palmer half and half iced tea lemonade.
Nice.
So, pretty good.
Like I said, not sponsored, but if you're out there, Arnold.
Yeah, Arizona, hit me up. I will absolutely shill your stuff for money.
Pretty good.
Alright, back to that definition.
Yeah, so that probably sounded like gibberish.
Yeah, some of it made sense, I'm sure.
Some of it probably did.
I have faith in our audience.
So, maybe we want to give a human level.
Yeah, let's break it down.
Yeah. So, basically, artificial intelligence is well, you got to think about what intelligence is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, humans are intelligent, hopefully, to some extent.
Yeah.
Now, like this cap is not, or this microphone is not. So what's the difference?
What's the difference between this microphone and you?
Yeah, and I think intelligence is just something that you could, you could figure something out with, or gain knowledge from, right?
Yeah.
So,
I think in the definition it uses a word that I think is really good, which is reasoning.
Yeah.
It's something that even the Bible talks about. Like, that is a human characteristics where it says, God says, "Come, let us reason together," saith the Lord.
There's no other creature where God says that.
Yeah.
Reason. And, the idea of artificial intelligence is that at least it looks like.
It mimics
it.
Our reasoning.
And
it's performs tasks typically associated.
Which is why it says associated with human intelligence, right? And so I don't know. I think most people probably listening have at least heard of or interacted with something like ChatGPT.
Yep, that's kind of like the most popular AI
I would say so.
right now.
In fact, most Gen Z people use ChatGPT more than Google.
Yes.
Which is mind blowing because it came out less than 5 years ago, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I'll admit, I use Gemini for like searching often.
Yeah, which is like the Google equivalent.
Yep.
And if you haven't used it, basically you talk to it like it's a real person, and then it responds, and it does sound like a human. Mm-hmm. I remember back in 2022, I think.
Yeah, I think that
right when it came out, I used it and I was blown away because I had used, you had the Google Voice or the Google Assistant or the Cortana or the Alexa or Amazon Alexa.
R.I.P. Cortana.
And you could tell like right away. Okay, this is a bot.
Pre-programmed.
It's pre-programmed. Mm-hmm. Some guy is just programming to say that. But then you talk to ChatGPT and it's an entirely different thing.
It's reacting to what you say.
Yeah, it's to an extent that no one could actually pre-program it. And so, it's actually true artificial intelligence, but it's still artificial, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, and that's the big thing about AI is that it mimics. It's a mimicry,
right,
which is cool, but also dangerous.
It is dangerous.
And so then that leads to our second question, right?
Right.
Okay, we know what AI is. Is AI bad? Like, that's a big question. Like, is it good? Is it bad? I mean, who knows? That might even be the title of the episode. Is AI bad?
Yeah, because obviously, it can be used for bad.
Yeah, and people have used it for
bad. In fact, some people think it is inherently bad.
There is some people that think it's
I've heard them, and the reasoning is it's going to take everyone's job and it's going to be really bad. So basically, the outcome for humanity is going to be bad because artificial intelligence exists.
Yeah.
Of course, there's movies that have taken that route.
There's so many theories we could go down. But if we're to just stick to like right now, right here, is it bad? And I think really the answer is it depends how you use it.
Yeah.
I think, is Google bad?
Right.
Not talking about the company, of course, we're talking about the search engine.
Right.
Right? On its own, no. But you could search up good things with it. You could search up evil things with it. It's kind of a can of worms. You can open it and get whatever you want.
Yeah, and it's at the end of the day, it's a tool, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't have one, but, if you have a hammer, obviously the hammer was made for pounding nails.
Yeah. Look at this. These are extensions. And they can be used
for great things.
Yeah, fixing a car.
Like, that's awesome. That's great.
I could also use it to bash you on the head.
Yeah, not good. Please don't.
Exactly.
and so, in a similar way, AI can be used for good or it can be used for bad. Mm-hmm. And so, the question is, what are you going to use it for?
Yeah. 1 Thessalonians 5:21 and 22. It says, "Prove all things, hold fast that which is good, abstain from all appearance of evil."
Yeah. And so obviously if AI is bad, we don't want to use it.
Exactly.
Because right here it's saying, prove all things, hold fast that which is good. So
And then-
if we can't prove something is good, we shouldn't use it. We should let it go.
abstain from it.
Yeah, abstain from even all appearance of evil, right? So
anytime it appears, like,
yeah,
get out of there.
and when it says hold fast that which is good, the inverse of that is let go of that which is not.
Yep.
Which is not good. And so, is artificial intelligence good? Well, the Bible doesn't use the word the two words artificial intelligence, does it?
Yeah. Nope.
ChatGPT isn't in the Bible. But I think if God gave us this command to prove all things, that's not just things that are mentioned in the Bible explicitly, is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's everything.
Exactly. And so it's very much, again, dependent on how we use it. And one thing that you pointed out that I really like, you're pointing out before the podcast is God made all things good.
Yes, every good and perfect thing cometh down from the Father above, which is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. It's James something.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Which doesn't make sense because you're like, okay, well, everything is kind of made by God, right?
Yeah.
But sin,
right,
and man and the world can pervert it.
In fact, you even look at the thing that started this, the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil.
Yeah.
Was the fruit itself, like the material, bad? I don't think so.
It's never said that it's
because,
bad.
In fact, there's no reason to believe it was created after everything else. I think it probably was created with all the other fruit trees.
Well, he created the garden. He said that it was
and
good.
He said it was good, yeah. And what it was wrong was the way they used it. It was not to be eaten.
Exactly.
And God, of course, ascribes moral value and says what's good or bad.
Yeah.
And the way they used it was bad, and obviously...
Exactly. So they perverted a good thing.
They perverted a good thing. And the same could be used for something like AI, because AI is really neat.
It is.
Like when it came out, I was saying this before, I was like, wow, this is cool. You can type it responds like a human. It's just awesome.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Especially, we're both tech guys.
Oh, yeah.
From different angles, but we're both tech guys.
Yeah.
And, of course, I program stuff, and
really?
I'm thinking, like, how do they do that?
Oh. Well, I mean, Copilot, that's another...
Yeah.
The GitHub Copilot is another version of AI that's specifically for programming.
Yeah.
And it can, at this point, like, write you an entire program.
Which is insane.
It's crazy.
And what's crazy is this is just the tip of the iceberg is what they're saying.
Yeah.
And so if this is actually really important, I think, is as a Christian, because that's where we're coming from on this podcast.
Absolutely.
And I think most of you guys hopefully are. If you're not, please look into it.
Yes. Our episode 2 is our salvation testimony.
Yeah.
You should listen to it.
But we're coming at it from a Christian perspective. And if AI is going to get even crazier, like, we should nail this down. And I thought about this too, actually, when I started using it. It's like, I should nail this down now. What I believe about it.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this before, and I don't want to, take over here, but I think, if you look at what AI is, you were said this before, is it mimics intelligence, right?
Yeah.
And so what it really is, and you'll see this is with ChatGPT, anything that artificial intelligence takes from is just something that's already there. Something that's already created, something that a human have already said, or so all it's doing is it's taking in information and it's processing it. And so it's really mimicking what we do in a sense. Except, a lot of it is human made. And so what we need to look at is just like anything that someone says to you, like if like what we're saying to you. You need to discern, is this true or is it not true?
You need to prove it from the Bible.
Yeah, you got to prove, is this good or is it true? And I think that's the first thing you need to do when you're using AI. Because I don't think you can prove that it's bad. We already explained this. It depends how you use it. But like, what it's saying, is it true? Are you proving it? Are you have your eyes open?
Yeah, exactly. Well, on that thought, we said probably 3 or 4 times, depends how you use it. So that's a great question.
Yeah.
How should we use AI?
Yeah, that's a great question because obviously we don't want to use it in a bad way because then, well, then people get hurt and we don't want that, or we're hurting ourselves. So maybe we should say some bad ways it could be used first. Maybe
some
that,
ways.
yeah.
Well, and I think that would be probably over here.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we say that then for later. Like, how should we use AI? Because if we're gonna use something, it needs to have a purpose, obviously.
Yeah.
And so.
So what are some good things we can do?
Well, I think one way that I use it is to get information. So obviously we all use Google. Yeah. We all use Google. And I don't think, when we use Google, we want to be discerning too, right? Because you need to know the source. Yeah. What the website is. Yeah. But like we were talking about this with ChatGPT, it sounds like a person, but it's not only sounds like a person, it sounds like a superhuman. Yeah. And it sounds like it really knows what it's talking about. Like when you hear someone that sounds smart, you're more likely to believe what they say. But like with the AI, it could spit you out facts. It could, a mile a minute, and it really sounds like it knows what it's talking about. And so it's way easier for it to slip under the radar, right? Yeah. I know you were saying, I forget what you said you use it for. I think similarly. So like I like to use it like you were saying, like as a Google search basically. I find it gives what it'll do often is because like if you've ever been to like an article website where it's an article but it's split up, it's like you have to scroll for like 10 minutes through 75 ads, and then AI just consolidates it all in one. And it's good to get a general idea of whatever information you want. Now, to be very clear, if you want to know more accurately, you should go to the sources. Mm-hmm. And the beauty of AI, and this is something I would tell all of you guys to do, if you're using AI to like do research or to figure something out, ask it the question and then ask for the sources and make sure that what it said lines up with the sources it gives. Which, if you think about it, you would really do that with a person too. You should. You should. Do Some people don't. Some people don't. But we call those people gullible. Yes. So don't be gullible. Don't be gullible. Don't let AI trip you up. It's a tricky. I was going to say person. It's a tricky thing. Yeah. What's really interesting to me is when like these AI assistants, they really sound like a human, and it could either sound like a man or a woman. Yeah. And I've heard people actually use gender when talking. Like I'm talking to. Even Alexa, like I'm talking to her. Yeah. Well, I mean, when you call it Alexa or Siri. Yeah. And the default, it does mimic gender. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because in a sense, there's nothing really been like this, but when you really boil it down, AI. There's always been something like this. Because at the end of the day, it's just information. It's information. It's like the newspaper. There was good and bad newspapers. It's like word of mouth stories. Yeah. The telephone, social media, Google search. All of that is information. And the Bible's, it talks about proving, holding fast to sound doctrine, refuting, blasphemy, refuting things that are not right. Yeah. So we can gain knowledge. Another thing, and I think this is something you do a lot, is it helps with diligence. Yeah. AI can help us do things and make things more efficient. Yeah, it's funny we both said each other's. Yeah, I noticed that. Because we talked about this before, but diligent. Like what I do is I'm a coder, and so I'll actually tell it. I could type code if and do it myself if I want, but if I want code fast, the idea is when I'm coding is I want to get something done, right? So I can use AI and say, hey, I want to do this in this computer language. Can you do that? I don't even ask it anymore. Yeah. I'm rude to AI. I just tell it. It's my servant. Maybe I'll regret it later. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't remember me. Yeah. I'm not too rude. I try and be polite. But, I actually say please every once in a while.
Interesting. No, I do absolutely. The way I do see it is I do see it as just a machine, as a literal, just
It's not a
like
person.
a search engine.
It's not a person, you
It's
know.
not. But it does mimic that. So sometimes it is kind of odd. And then one other thing that I think about is for ideas, like for ideation.
Oh yeah.
This is something I use it for a lot. It's kind of like I have this idea, but it's super disorganized and in my head because it's hard for me to organize things in my head.
Mm.
So I kind of will like spit out a ton of ideas and be like, oh, how would this work? How would this work? How would this work? And it's kind of like autocorrect.
Yeah.
For thoughts you have.
That's a good way to put it, because like when we type things, you know, obviously we mistype something. Obviously we know
what you meant.
Yeah.
You don't just like type random. If you were to just try to type random strings of words and just hope autocorrect gets it right,
yeah,
like that's not gonna work. And I think in the same way, if you're actually trying to like develop your ideas and you're just spitting out random stuff that with no structure,
yeah,
then AI won't really help you much. It won't put out anything worthwhile.
You know, like when really helps when you're trying to like get the creative juices flowing. It helps to talk with someone.
Yeah,
it's kind of like the same way. You're getting like feedback.
Yeah,
and you get a nice feedback loop.
Yeah,
and you know, obviously we'll talk about this maybe soon here in a little bit, but obviously don't replace AI with your friends with AI.
Yeah,
but you know, if you're trying to get something done, like be creative, it could give you a really fast feedback loop.
Exactly.
And you get kind of, you know, if you hear something being said back at you, you'd be like, oh yeah, then I could do this, and then you kind of continue down the creative road.
Yeah, and so, well, you transition perfectly, because
yeah,
the last thing that we want to talk about, because we've honestly, to this point, have been kind of glazing AI.
Yeah.
Because it has a lot of really cool things.
What are the good ones?
But what should we watch out for?
Yeah, because I think there's a lot of danger with AI too.
There's a lot of danger. Just like any tool, you know, you can use it to bash them on the head. You can use it for evil. So, and even if not intended for evil, it can lead to hurting your growth in the Lord and hurting who you are as a person.
Well,
so
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna say what should we watch out for? Yeah.
What should we watch out for? What do you think?
Well, I was gonna say it's interesting that the better technology gets, the more potential it has for good, and the more potential it has for evil. Like it kind of widens.
I feel like every time technology gets more advanced, it's just a bigger magnifying glass on who we are.
And what are you going to use it for? You could use it for even more good. Like AI, like we were already saying, we don't want to glaze AI, but it could be used for a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Like diligence and ideas and all this. But it could also be used for really bad stuff too.
Yes. So, a couple of things to watch out for. One thing you might use it for, which we already warned against, is getting your information.
Yeah.
Getting your truth.
Yeah, like your
That's
source.
The big thing, is do not get your truth from AI. Because all AI is an aggregate of the internet's information. And last I checked, the internet was not only truth.
Yeah.
So if you're getting your ideas and your thoughts and your behaviors and your conclusions from AI, then you are getting your thoughts from the world and you are not getting them from truth. Even if you ask it a biblical question.
Right, you gotta be careful.
You have to be so careful, because it could answer in a way that sounds good.
Yeah, it's hard to know, because it's why you have to be discerning. Like with a person, like with you, you know, obviously when I first met you, I'm just using you as an example. I didn't really know you. I didn't really know what to expect, right, when we talked. But now that I know you, I would expect that mostly what you're going to say is, obviously everyone's flawed, but it's going to be from a biblical perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And because we have that.
Because our souls.
Yeah, and we we know each other.
Beareth witness with each other.
Yeah,
that we are gods.
Which is biblical. I'm glad you mentioned that. It's a really good verse for this.
Your spirit beareth witness with our spirit that we are of God.
But
whereas AI is not.
It's not,
and it never will be.
And it's got memory, but it's like it could switch on you. It could give you truth, and like I've had fun with it and try to see its doctrine.
Yeah.
And actually when you test it, I mean, it has a lot of good doctrine, better doctrine than a lot of pastors, honestly.
Yeah, because you if you put in the right keywords for proper doctrine,
like what does the Bible say about this?
It looks up keywords for that proper doctrine,
and it's able to do it. But the bad thing about that is it's not. You open up a new chat and it's not the same person. Like it's not same person necessarily.
Because it's not a person.
It's not a person. Yeah.
That's the one thing it doesn't have. Person, which is like your spirit. The Bible talks about the body, the soul, and the spirit. Or the soul.
Yeah.
Like AI doesn't have a soul. The soul is where your heart is. The soul is where your desires is. The soul is where you can accept or reject God intellectually. And that's connected to your spirit.
Right.
Because we are body, mind, and spirit. And so it mimics our mind.
Yeah.
But according to God's word, it can't actually be a mind.
Like it can't be saved or unsaved.
And it cannot have a spirit.
It doesn't have a spirit, yeah.
And that's just completely off the table. There's arguments people make, it's kind of like a mind. It's like...
just looks like it.
No spirit.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
And that's like one of the biggest things that make us in the image of God.
Yeah.
And so that's why people talk about ooh, is AI sentient? Should we have ethics with AI? I'm like, no.
Oh, if you look at what AI is, it's just a row of servers and circuitry.
Yeah.
And it's a very complex way of mimicking what's actually not mimicking a human.
Yeah, and it's very impressive.
Yeah.
But it's a machine.
Yeah, and its value is we give it value. God doesn't necessarily give it value, right? So something's inherently valuable because God says it is, not necessarily because we do or whatever. So smash your computer. I don't care. I mean,
exactly.
You might waste money. I don't know, but it's not gonna. It's not. You're not.
It has no moral weight.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, if it's morally hurting you, then smash your computer might be a good thing.
It might actually be a good thing, yeah. I would recommend if it's hurting you.
So this actually plays in perfectly to our next word of warning. Don't let it replace your spiritual life.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I know. He voiced...
I was voice texting and I didn't delete the so
I said yeah. Well, but he said it out loud and to record it, and I probably said and wrote it down. And I said the same thing.
That's hilarious. Well, I'll have to show you a screenshot. You're probably so confused as to what we're saying right now.
But it's funny.
See,
inside joke.
Look at that. Look at that.
But yeah, it shouldn't replace our spiritual life. In fact, if we're gonna use it, the argument for this is if we're gonna use it, it should actually improve. It should improve our spiritual life if we're going to use it.
And it shouldn't replace, our prayer.
Right.
Bible reading. If we have an answer, I heard this one song where this guy who's talking about is like, and I never read your book enough. And when I have a problem, I don't take the time to pick it up or look it up.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, wow. It was so convicting. It's like, when you have a problem... where are you going? Are you going to YouTube or AI?
Yeah.
Or are you going to the Bible?
Yeah, and the danger with AI is it superficially fulfills, not really fulfills, but a need we've always had. And so if you look back in history, all throughout history, you'll see examples of little g gods, of effectively superhumans. Today we have superheroes. Right? Yes. And it's this ideal...
yeah, like the Roman gods, the Greek gods.
And the thing about these gods is they had desires like we did. They had flaws like we did. They were just better than we were.
Yes.
So they're like superhumans, effectively. And and they didn't die, right? And
Yeah.
so, and I think a lot of that is it comes back to this desire to idolize something. We have Hollywood stars, right? Or
Yes.
you might idolize a singer. Hopefully you don't, but
Yeah.
you look up to something, right? And the danger with AI is it's really the closest actual thing in reality to. I'm gonna be careful how I say this, but it's the closest thing to what the Greeks or the Romans would call like a little g god.
Yeah, because, well, and it's interesting because it appears
Yes.
to be all-knowing.
Mm-hmm.
It appears to have all patience.
Right.
It appears to, and that's right where that danger is.
Yeah.
Is because who else tries to mimic God?
Right. Devil.
The devil. So if we, in pride, try to use AI instead of God,
mm-hmm.
we're replacing God.
Yeah, and going back to the verse, we're supposed to prove all things.
Yep.
So the reason the Bible isn't a million, billion, trillion pages long with every single thing we shouldn't do or whatever is wise and what's not wise is because God created us to be able to discern.
Yep.
And so, one, we're supposed to discern is AI, like how should we use AI?
Yep.
But also, we need to be able to discern for ourselves if something's good or not.
I've heard, oh my goodness, I did not know this was real, but I heard of people that will literally ask AI how they should respond to their friends.
Yeah.
In like texting.
Right.
And I'm like, whoa, because then it's weird because then you are no longer texting your friend.
You're not.
You're texting an AI chatbot that was talking to your friend.
Yeah, and let's say, for your example, you're having trouble responding to your friend, right?
Yeah, maybe you have conflict.
Yeah, you have conflict. You're like, how should I word this? Someone who's spiritually strong or has a good relationship with God would then ask God to help them.
Yeah.
They would pray to God.
And we ask the Holy Spirit,
which dwelleth
inside us,
and
who is all-knowing and all-powerful.
And what does James say? If you lack wisdom, let him ask God, who giveth all men liberally and upbraideth not.
Yep.
And it shall be given to him. But if we're asking, so true wisdom is from God, right? But if we're asking ChatGPT to give us wisdom, right? So before we were talking about knowledge and getting information, which I think is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, check your sources. But if we're asking ChatGPT to give us wisdom.
That's when
That's like a whole different thing.
Because wisdom comes from God.
Wisdom comes from God. And even like friend to friend, if I'm asking Silas for wisdom, Silas can give me his, perspective and life experience. But at the end of the day, everything needs to come from what's true, God's word.
Yeah, so like if I'm giving you wisdom, supposedly, but it's not based on the Bible, and it's not backed up by the Bible, that's not wisdom.
Yeah.
That is me being, that's my opinion.
Right.
True wisdom has to come from God.
Yeah, and like, let's say you were acting like, or I was acting like I knew what I was talking about, and I didn't, and I'm claiming to speak, from the Bible, but I'm not. You're going to be able to pretty easily call me out if you're discerning, right?
Exactly.
But with ChatGPT or like AI, it's really hard. It's harder. So it's really something you need to be on guard for.
Yeah.
Is that. So, yeah, don't ask ChatGPT for wisdom. Ask God for wisdom.
Exactly. And one more thing, in fact, I'll probably lump those two into one, is AI should not replace our creativity, and it should not be an excuse for laziness.
I agree.
I know some people that will talk about like, man, I really want to come up with a creative title. And I'm like, oh, cool, let's like come up with an idea. And they're like, no, I'll just ask AI to do it. I was like,
yeah. And
like, I understand what you're thinking because it comes from the culture. So like right now, our culture does not value creativity. It values efficiency and money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, time is money, they'll say.
Right.
And so if AI can do it 2 seconds faster than you, 2 minutes faster than you use AI instead of you. But the Bible talks about how he has made us in his image.
Yeah.
And he has made us creative. And he has made us with a will and a way. And I think creativity should not just be, oh, how good and polished can I make it?
Right.
It should be, what can I say with what I'm writing?
Yeah, with what I'm writing or
what I'm, saying, painting
or
drawing.
Any of the creative outlets. Because, creativity, like you said, it should be, creativity is, it's not should be, it is a language.
Yeah,
and
it is.
It should be a way that you're glorifying God and you're saying something about God.
Yeah.
True beauty in creativity points to God. That'd be great. Another podcast, but it's creativity, which you've probably already done.
Well, actually, I don't know if I've done it on this podcast. I did it with you.
Oh, we did?
And Grace.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
In fact, that was 2 parts because it was so good.
Yeah, well, so go back and listen to that.
Go over to the Odd Unicorn podcast. That was actually a really good one. I had so much fun with that.
That was very fun.
It's literally 2 hours of us talking about creativity. It was so fun. In fact, you've already seen Grace and Sarah on this podcast.
Yeah.
As part of the PK pod. Before the PK pod, she came on as a guest, as an author.
Yeah, because Bible says a lot about creativity, actually.
Yeah. Look at that right there.
God created it.
Your sister.
Yeah.
She wrote a book that has a gospel message in it,
and
it was able to give glory to God, because that's the other big thing, is I don't think we should just produce to produce.
Yeah.
Or produce for others to consume and get the best click-through rate. I think we should be producing things that glorify God.
Yeah, and it's like you want the people, like secondary, you want as many people to see it, but
sure.
But that shouldn't be your primary. Your primary should be make something that, is going to glorify God.
Yeah.
And, with AI, I don't have a problem with you using AI to generate some stuff.
Absolutely.
But like you need a creative outlet. Like I'm a musician. I play piano. I write tunes. If I'm gonna replace my talent that God's given me with AI and just tell AI to do it, I'm,
you're squandering
it. I'm squandering it, and there's some things that like I can't paint, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe I want it to do a logo. Okay, if I don't know anyone that could do it, maybe I'll get AI to do it. Okay, not necessarily wrong. If I need it done quick.
And so we're not condemning AI generation.
But like to your point, creativity is a gift from God.
Yeah.
And so, if you're replacing it with AI, then you're not using your gift.
I agree.
Or your talents.
And
you're burying it.
And something else to keep in mind is one thing you can do, and this isn't always possible, but I know I had a logo once that I wanted made, and actually this was before AI was mainstream.
Yeah.
But I had a friend who is an amazing artist, and I was like, so I was thinking of having this logo. It would look like this and act like this. That. She goes, oh, I think I can make that. And it was able, in less than a week, drop this really cool logo.
Yeah.
And now I have that forever. And, I wouldn't replace that with AI for a million years. Not because AI couldn't do better.
Yeah.
But because that is, from my friend.
Yeah, and you know that, right?
Yeah.
So AI is just going to get better and better. And you were already kind of to that point, but you're going to get to the point where you can't tell if something's AI or not. I guarantee
absolutely.
And so it's going to become more important than ever before, I think, for you to be creative, because it's going to be, unfortunately, more rare and rare. Unfortunately.
Yep.
You're already seeing it in Hollywood, producing the same old movies humans are doing.
Oh my goodness.
Then they're spitting out. Wait till AI gets a hold of that.
Well, already AI advertisements.
Yeah.
One, a lot of them are really bad.
Yeah.
Two, even the ones that aren't bad are just soulless. It's a copy. It's a copy of what humans do.
Yeah.
And so.
And you could tell, and the thing is, it's going to be even more valuable, I think, creativity.
Yeah.
Because less people are going to be creative or use their creativity.
Well, I think the same thing happened. Okay, this is kind of like a silver lining. Same thing happened with the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah.
After the Industrial Revolution, almost nothing was made handmade.
Right.
But now, if you go on Etsy,
yeah,
you look for a handmade dress, people will buy it. And they'll pay a lot because
and they'll pay more.
They'll pay so much more than they used to because the amount of detail and the amount of, for lack of better words, like the amount of heart you can put into it.
Yeah.
You can, I don't know.
And it's not a material thing. Like,
no,
it's especially with AI, it could spit out something that's a replica. In fact, paintings have replicas that are human.
Yeah.
And they're not as valuable. But AI could spit a replica out or something that looks like a human. But we as humans instinctively recognize creativity and we value it.
Yeah.
Which is why, why something could be premium if we just by knowing that it's handmade.
Exactly. And so I almost think like that's my, because I've heard a lot of doom and gloom about AI.
Yeah.
And I don't really think it's gonna completely destroy our way of life.
Yeah, it might be like the Industrial Revolution where we're like, okay, and then
where the lower value guys don't really get.
Yeah, and then
the guy that can make a $15 logo that looks like garbage,
right,
might not have a job anymore.
And maybe at first, we're relying on it too much, and maybe we got to adjust.
If you've looked at internet videos, you know what we mean.
Yeah. Good night.
Ugh.
Just go on Instagram Reels.
Slop. So much slop.
Yeah. Hey, maybe it will decrease screen time.
Maybe, but
it's
unfortunately, I almost think it's training.
Yeah.
But that's a theory for another day. We're not going to get into that.
It is. So I guess maybe we should give a recap.
One last thing.
One last thing. All right.
Just to emphasize again, the last thing to remember. AI should not replace your friends.
Yeah, that's good.
Fellowship in the Bible is very, very highly talked about. Like, literally one of the commandments of the 10 is forsake not
the assembling of yourselves together.
That's as the manner of some is. That is not
I think
one of the commandments. Keep the Sabbath day. Remember
Sabbath, yeah.
That's the commandment.
But I mean, even that is what I said is a commandment in a sense.
It is.
It's Paul writing God's will to people.
Yeah, and they have so many. God has on purposely made institutions. Mm-hmm. The biggest one, of course, and the most commanded one being the church.
Yeah,
it's an institution where the entire idea is that people are getting together consistently for a common goal, that goal being the worship of the Lord and the praising of the Lord.
Where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of you.
So God highly values
not one,
social.
Two
or more. He highly values community. He highly values fellowship. So do not replace fellowship with... Now, I could say don't replace it with AI. Also, don't replace it with YouTube.
Yeah.
Or social media. Or video games.
Books even.
Even books.
Yeah.
Books are great. Don't replace socialization with anything because the Bible is very clear that it's very good.
Yeah. Even though our pets are nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't replace human connection.
Yeah. No, I've tried multiple times to talk to her about the theory of AI. And
notice she hasn't said anything.
She just licks me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand what we're saying.
Well, so yeah,
no
matter how much AI might mimic and sadly there is some people that fall into that.
Yeah.
Where and it's kind of a laziness thing where rather than putting the effort into being with flawed humans, they're with AI, which is like a mirror of yourself. Whatever you tell it, it processes and spits back at you.
Yeah. It's like your most people-pleasing friend, times 10, because it'll tell you what you want to hear.
AKA you.
Yeah.
You're talking to you.
You're talking to you in a sense.
You're like, oh man, I'm so interesting.
Yeah. It's true.
And it goes back to selfishness and pride. Whereas real people disagree.
Mm-hmm.
Real people have confrontation. Real people have conversation and discussions. And I think that's great. And God made it that way.
Yeah.
That's why he wants people to socialize with people. Is because iron sharpeneth iron. So man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend.
Yeah.
In the multitude of counselors, there is safety.
Yeah.
The aged men should teach the younger men. The aged women should teach the younger women. God is so in favor of people coming together and fellowshipping. So do not let technology of any kind, and especially not AI, replace your friends.
Yeah, because it's easy to do if you're not careful.
Yeah. So, recap. Is AI bad?
Depends how you use it.
Yeah.
Don't use it. Yeah.
So, yeah, not on the face of it.
Yeah.
It's a tool. It's a great tool. Can we use it for good? Absolutely. It can make us faster. It can make us more intelligent. It can make us more creative.
Yep.
But it's funny because it can also make us slower, lazier, stupider, and less intelligent and less creative.
Yeah.
It's so weird because that same tool can hurt or help us in the same area of our life.
Yeah, negative or positive.
Depending on how we use it.
Yeah. And so we need to be careful to
Yeah.
watch out for some things.
And so I'll end it with the verse we kind of started it with. The 1 Thessalonians 5:21 and 22. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good, and abstain from all appearance of evil.
It's good. It's a good one. Good one to wrap it up.
And, whatsoever you do, do all to the glory of God.
Yes, it all comes back to that. All comes back to the glory of God.
Yeah. All right. Wow. Okay, this was a pretty long one.
Yeah, it was. I didn't
Wow.
look at the clock.
Oh, snap. Well, thank you guys for sticking around. For those of you that did. For those of you that clicked halfway through, you're not even watching this.
If you are, you're a real one.
Yeah, you're the real ones.
You are.
Yeah, you're the theorist. No, someone else already.
Oh, bummer.
Someone else already took that, sadly. But thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Definitely.
Jonathan, for hosting.
Just like old times.
Just like old times, my brother.
2 years meeting.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yes.
Well, that was 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Year and a half, maybe.
Life goes... No, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, just under 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks for watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching. And I want you to comment, what do you use AI for? Do you use AI? If you don't at all, tell us why. Yeah, but just let us know. What do you use AI for? Because it's cool, it's fun, it's dangerous.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
We want to know.
I'm hoping to have a regular episode. I know I said that last week. I'm hoping to have a regular episode next week. I'm not sure. We'll see. Keep Ruth and Andrew and baby Eliana in your prayers. And we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Bye.